Hey, everybody. Happy Saturday to everyone. I just wanted to do a little check in and chat. Um, I don't know who's going to come into this stream, but I just wanted to say hi, see how everybody is doing. I hope everybody's doing well on this Saturday and everything's going all right. Right now, for me, on this Saturday, I'm just trying to recover. About 2 weeks ago, you guys know we had um, a hurricane pass through the area, and I gave my updates about what happened on the vlog channel. But not yesterday, but the day before, we had it wasn't a hurricane, it was a tropical storm, Nicole. And I thought we were going to go through the hurricane thing again, but we didn't. Not in my area of Florida where I live. So that all went well and everything. So I'm just trying to get back into balance and everything because I found that, I'm just going to say it. Um, I find this time of year to be difficult for me. I don't know about everybody else, but this time of the year can be really difficult for a lot of people. And not because it's anything to do with holidays, it's nothing like that. But this time of year is really hard because I start missing my family that has passed away. I know I'm not the only person that goes through this. So I just wanted to talk about it for a little bit. Like, it's just not the same when you know you're going into another year and you know you're not going to be around people that you really care about, people who like really matter to you, and people who are really important. So I just want to encourage somebody who is feeling the same way like I am. You're missing your loved one, or maybe it's not that they're gone, maybe you've moved away from them. It's hard to adjust to changes in our life. Sometimes changes happen to us for us to learn something. And I know that's maybe not what you want to hear, but some things happen to us sometimes so that we can grow up, we can mature, we can learn something, we can forgive, we can heal. So I know for me, in my case, during this time of the year, like especially during this time of the year, you guys know my dad is my best friend. And like I find myself missing him deeply, deeply. So I encourage anybody who you start feeling this way to take out a notebook and write them a letter. Even if you can't give them the letter if they have passed, but it's you get out the feelings that you have inside. And for me, that's so important to get things out instead of holding it in, because when we hold in the way that we feel, we get frustrated, we get sad, we get angry, we take it out on other people. You don't feel like doing anything, you lack the motivation, you know, and you don't want to do that. I know for me, like how my dad was, he wouldn't want me to feel the way that I feel. He wouldn't want me to be moping around and sad. So I'm sure that whoever it is that you're missing during these times, they want you to be happy. They want you to thrive. They want you to feel good. And I'm not saying, oh, it's easy and you're not going to feel sad and you're not going to feel discouraged and you're not going to want to talk to them. No, I don't mean that. I just mean that you got to put it in its place. Sometimes when you're going through a hard time, sometimes when you're going through a difficulty, a struggle, and a hurdle, you need to find out, what is the reason why I am struggling? Why am I so sad? And when you get to the root of that, sometimes it could be maybe you need to get on something, get it on a med so that you can get through life. It's nothing wrong with taking something to make you less anxious, to make you be able to cope with life. Because if life it has got you to where you can't do anything, that you're completely overcome and overtaken by the problem. This is definitely real talk. When you're overcome by the things that you're going through, sometimes you need to take something. You need to take a pill. You need to see a doctor, you get some medicine so that you can cope. So for me, during this time of the year, missing my mom, missing my dad, missing my brother, missing my auntie, missing my uncle that have passed, I have to, whenever I feel it come up in my spirit and I start missing them, take out your notebook, write them a real and honest letter. Like, just say whatever you want to say, and don't be afraid. You don't have to have perfect, penmanship. As long as you get out how you feel, you're going to tend to feel so much better. And it doesn't have to be just at this time of the year. Anytime when you feel like grief has taken over you, write them a letter. Um, Also, I'm a big believer in faith. Don't leave out the power of prayer. Pray and let God know how you feel. Also, another thing is get involved and get busy doing something that you enjoy. I think, especially, you know, as men, as women, we're trying to take care of so many things in our life. We're trying to take care of everybody else. And sometimes we're trying to be the strong person. You want to be the strong person for everybody, but you got to be strong for yourself too. And that means admitting sometimes where you need to get some therapy, you need to release things that you're going through in your life. You're a human being, you're not a robot. Sometimes you just need to vent how you feel. If you feel sad, say, I feel sad. If you miss somebody, say you miss somebody. So don't be afraid to do that. I know for a long time, it took me a long time to be able to say that I missed somebody, that I missed my dad's protection. I missed hearing their voice. I missed the advice. I missed them being able to cover me or bail me out when I needed to be bailed out. I missed their advice. I missed their friendship. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's a real talk. That's a real conversation. And a lot of people won't say that because people put on a facade and pretend like everything is perfect. You know, nobody has a perfect life. Nobody does things perfectly. I want you to know I'm human just like you guys. And like, especially anytime like after October, because my dad passed in October, like I start going into that zone where I start feeling really down and I get into like this slippery slope where I just don't want to do anything and I have to shake myself out of it. And like, because being honest, I just don't feel like making any content. I don't feel like doing anything. I just feel like being sad and being wrapped up in my feelings. So anytime I start feeling that way, I'm going to come on here and I'm going to tell you how I feel, because I know if I feel this way, I know there's somebody else that is going through it and feels the same way like me. This channel is about motivation, inspiration, real talk, story times. So this is my journey right now. Right now, I'm just having a journey, just trying to get through this period in my life where I can, at least now I can talk about it without bawling my eyes out, like crying um continuously. Before, I couldn't even say dad, I couldn't even say mom, I couldn't even say uncle. It was just like, as soon as I would even think of the words, the tears would come down. So that's how I know that I'm getting stronger. That's how I know that I'm healing. That's how I know that, you know like, some good is happening to me, that I'm becoming stronger, that I'm becoming more courageous, that I am seeing my value and my worth, that I'm using my power for good. Use what you have been through in order to help you to get to the next level in your life. And I want to encourage everybody for that. Use whatever situation, whatever it is that you're going through, use that as your momentum, as your so whatever to encourage you to keep you fighting on. We all need something to look at to make us want to keep fighting because life is hard. Life is really tough. Life can be very difficult. People can be mean. Life can get you down. The people that you trusted and then they stab you in the back. The people who you think are your friends are not really your friends. Um, and people here on YouTube, they do things. It's just like, wow. And it's just like unbelievable. The things that people do, the things that people say. So you have to be careful about what you put out there in the atmosphere because not everything that you put out there in the atmosphere is meant to be for everybody. So that's why I talk to you guys and I tell you like the truth, the reality of the things that I'm going through because I know I'm not the only person going through stress, difficulty, grieving, sadness, frustration, um, business deals when they don't work out. I go through things just like you too, but I'm just going to encourage you to keep fighting because during this time of the year is really difficult for me. But I'm encouraging you just like I'm encouraging myself when I say to you, keep fighting. When I say to you, keep your head up. When I say to you, not everybody who pretends to be on your side really is. When I say to you, to love yourself more than you can love anybody, that nobody should step in the place that you have for yourself, the love that you have for yourself. We have to be our own best friend. Hi, Simply Sarah. Happy Saturday. How are you doing? Welcome in. How is your Saturday going? Yeah, during these times we have to be our own best friend. And I feel like that's a lesson that I didn't learn until I got to be, maybe just a few years ago. I learned about being your own friend. It's a real thing. We have to really learn to love ourselves. And when we really love ourselves, that means sometimes you're not always going to have lots of people around that love you and support you. Sometimes you have to be your own source of love and light. Of course, you can have your love from higher power, but also you got to learn to love on yourself. So, whoever this encouragement needs to reach, I hope it reaches you. Sometimes you're not going to always have people on your side to support you. You're not always going to have people on your side to love you, to care about you, to tell you everything that you need. And that's when you have to stand up and be strong. That's when you have to stand up and say, but I love myself, but I'm my own friend, that I can get through it, that I believe in myself. So I just want this to reach you and let you know that you're not the only one fighting. Keep on fighting. There's a lot of people out there who are great pretenders, and they're going to pretend to be your friend, to use you and manipulate you. And you're going to think that they're really there for you, but really they just want to know what you know. They just want to know your business. They just want to gossip about you. They just want to pretend, because, or they just want to be jealous of you, because you have something that maybe a talent, a gift, a blessing that God has given you. And there's nothing that anybody can do about that. See, the more that you love yourself, the more that you walk in your worth and your power, and you know who you are, and you know who you belong to, and you know that you are chosen for a purpose. And don't be afraid that sometimes you have to walk a road alone. Sometimes you're not going to have people to be there by your side, holding your hand, holding you. And that's what I was going through recently. Like, how come, I know a lot of people, but I don't have a lot of people, if that makes sense. Like, you can know a lot of people, but there's certain times where you need somebody to encourage you. You need somebody to say, hey, I need your support. I need your love right now. And you tell them and you talk to people, but you get back crickets. You see what I'm saying? You're not getting back what you put out there in the atmosphere. And sometimes that can be really discouraging. I know that that was the discouragement for me in my case. Yes, Sarah. Yes. Yes, my day is going very well. Thank you so much. Hey, King Morgan, happy Saturday. How are you doing? Yeah, and that was the case for me. Like, I feel like sometimes, like, I'm such a good friend, I'm such a good sibling, and we don't always get back that kind of love and support that you deserve. And that's why we have to constantly evaluate, are these people really my friends? And just because people is related to you by blood, it doesn't mean that they're meant to be, in your circle of close knit people. It can just be an associate. A family member does not mean that they love you. you know that took a long time for me to recognize that just because we have the same blood does not mean that you love me. It does not mean that you care about me. It doesn't mean that you support me. And that's something that I had to learn. Hey Shayla, welcome in. Happy Saturday. It's so good to see you. I hope you're having a great day and a great weekend so far. Yeah, it's something that I had to learn for myself, that just because somebody is related to me by blood, it doesn't mean they love me. It doesn't mean that they have my best interest at heart. It doesn't mean that they're going to support me. It doesn't mean that they are going to understand or try to understand me. And I feel like that's a big, deep lesson. Um, just because people is your family, it does not mean that they love you. And I want that to reach the right person. I want that to hit right in your heart. And we got to learn to stop telling everybody everything, because it's not everything is not meant for other people to learn. Everything is not meant for other people to learn. Just because people ask you a question, just because people ask you your business, it doesn't mean that they're entitled to know that information. I hope that hits the right person, because just because you ask me a question, it doesn't mean that I have to answer you. Okay. Um, it's not your right. It's not your right to know my business. It's not your right to be all up in mine, and they're not going to tell you any part of their business. So open up your eyes, open up your ears, pay attention to what people are saying, and pay attention to what people are doing to you, because not everybody is on your side. And I say this out of love. I say this out of protection. I say this out of wisdom, because I've been hurt behind this. Hey, Tall Man TV, how are you doing? Happy Saturday. I've been hurt behind this pain, expecting people to love you, expect for people to support you, expect for people to be your friend, and they're not. And it's like, wow, like sometimes it can be unbelievable. And I don't want you to get discouraged and waste your time on people that you shouldn't be wasting your time on. See, spend your time on the people who really care about you, the people who support you. See, we waste so much energy. We pour so much energy out about who, oh, they're not there for me. Oh, they don't love me. Oh, they don't understand me. And then we forget about the people who really do. What about the people who really do care about you? What about the people who really do love you? What about the people who really do understand and they're trying to be there for you? Put your energy into those people, instead of worrying about who is not, worrying about what do they think about me and what do they like me. We spend too much of our lives wasting energy, wasting time on people who will never fulfill you. They will never understand. They will never care, because they don't. Um, and that can be difficult to understand, to believe, to take it in, because when we love people, we genuinely think that people love us the same way that we love them. And it's not always the case. I just want you to face the reality that not everybody who is in your face is really on your side. And that's said from wisdom, it's said from love, because yeah, I just don't want people. I'm tired of hearing about people getting used, people being manipulated, all behind a label. People get caught up in that person. Oh, we've been friends for this many years. We've been in a romantic relationship for this long. We're family. That's my blood. That does not make it right. Don't excuse bad behavior. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Don't let a label behind because that person is your husband, because that person's your wife, because that person's your friend, your sister, your auntie, your cousin. If people aren't treating you right, don't keep letting them run over you. Don't let people treat you disrespectfully. You deserve way better than that. I think we lower our standards, we lower our expectations a lot of times. Don't lower your expectations for other people just because they have no expectations, just because they have no morals, because they have no values, because they have no respect for themselves does not mean you should lower yours. I want you to continuously love on yourself. And when you see that somebody isn't loving you and treating you the way that you deserve, stop talking to them. Stop telling them your business. Stop hanging around them. Stop trying to understand. See, there's some things that we will never understand about some people. Hey, TCB ASMR, welcome in. How are you doing? Happy Saturday to you. Some people, no matter what we do, no matter what we say, they're never going to care about you. They're never going to love you. And that's a hard pill to swallow, that you may be loving people and doing things for them. And guess what? Love does not, just because somebody's buying you things, that doesn't mean that they love you. Some people, that's how they show affection. Sometimes that's how they show love. But if you're not getting the love and support that you deserve, pay attention. Let people respect you. Let people respect your time, respect your thoughts. And let me talk about respecting opinions for a little bit. We're all different. We're all different human beings. We have all been through different journeys and different things in life. But everybody's entitled to have different opinions. But also, you can have a different opinion from somebody else and still be respectful. Don't let other people disrespect you. It doesn't matter who they are, on the job, family member, a friend, anybody. Never let anybody disrespect you. You deserve way better than that. We have to learn to treat ourselves better, the way we talk to ourselves. See, if we start walking in the manifestation of our light, when you were made, when God made you and God formed you, He made you with a purpose and a calling, that you were going to do and be great things. But we don't believe that sometimes because we don't get appreciation from other people. We don't get support. We don't get love the way that we need. But that does not make your value any less. Just because other people don't see your value, they don't see your light, they don't see where you're going, they don't see what you're doing. See, people don't know your backstory. People don't know my backstory. I just share a little bit of my backstory, but people really don't know who really are you. What are the things that you have gone through? People don't know your hills and your valleys and the things that you've overcome in your life. And each of us has overcome a lot of things. I'll never know all the things you have been through. You'll never know the things that I have been through. But I just want to encourage you that look at what you have been through in the past and then look at where you are today. I'm sure you're a much stronger man. You're a much stronger woman. And I just want you to celebrate that. As men, as women, we don't celebrate ourselves enough because a lot of times people in our life, because of where they are in their life, they can't look at somebody else and say, wow, they're doing great things. Boy, I'm so proud of you. We're looking to that. We're seeking that. We want that. We want people to say, oh, you're doing a good job and I'm proud of you. But what if you never get anybody to give you that back? So we have to learn to give our own self that kind of love and support. We got to support and love on ourselves Know that you are doing great things. You're going to do great things. Be proud of yourself. It's very important. It's good for your heart. It's good for your soul. It's good for your mind to celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself and tell yourself on a regular basis, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the things that you have been through. Oh, TCB ASMR. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that so much. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Much love to you too, TCB ASMR. I appreciate that so much. Hi, Vagoda. Welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Saturday to everybody in the chat. I would appreciate if you guys could like. I just felt led to go live today because I felt like somebody needed this message, because this is what I've been going through recently. It's discouraging sometimes when you don't get love from other people in your life. It's discouraging when you don't get support. It's discouraging when people talk about you behind your back, when you get stabbed in your back. It's hard to recover from those things, but just know that just because other people don't see your love, they don't see your light, they don't see your power, they don't see where you're going, that does not make your value any less. See, people sometimes don't want to see it because they're not busy doing what they need to do for themselves. They're not busy forgiving and healing and growing and speaking love over themselves and using their talents and using their gifts and just stepping out on faith and trying new things and learning. You see, we all can learn new things. We all can learn new things. We can all try things, but I think it's very important for us to always heal too. At a certain period of time, you get hurt. We get run over by our feelings get run over. People do us wrong. So at a certain period of time, give yourself that time, that downtime to say, that was hard on my heart. That was hard on me emotionally. That was a hard time period. And allow yourself to feel what you feel. We have to give ourselves permission to heal. You're not a robot. You're a human being. You're a man or a woman of purpose and with purpose. And our purpose sometimes, yeah, I know who this is. Kiki. Journey with Kiki. Thank you so much, Kiki. Yeah, we have to know our purpose. We have to know our purpose, and you have to know who you are. And sometimes we're such strong people. We're such strong and wonderful people, and other people can't see it. Sometimes people don't appreciate you for who you are. People take people for granted. And I know that I've done that in the past with my loved ones, because people do kind things to you and they're there for you. You think it's going to be that way all the time. But don't let other people disrespect you. Don't let other people, call you out your name. Don't let other people use you and manipulate you and not treat you like the king or the queen that you are, because you are. You're a woman or a man of worth, and you're a woman of value. You're a woman or a man of worth and a man of value. And if nobody in your life is telling you that, sometimes it's difficult to always be the strong one. Sometimes I get so sick of being the strong one, to being the what is the word, of being the responsible one. Sometimes you get sick of, why do I always have to be responsible? Why do I always have to be mature? Why do I always have to be taken for granted? Why do I always have to be used? And we have to put it in its place and not let people just do anything to us and just keep allowing wrong things to happen to us over and over and over again. You don't deserve that. You deserve to be treated well. You deserve to have good communication. You deserve to be respected. You deserve to be told that you're loved. You deserve to be treated kindly. You deserve to have your opinions heard. even if it's different from theirs. Everybody's opinion matters as long as it's respectful. We need to learn to listen to each other, to be able to have open communication with people. At least that's how it is in a healthy relationships. Hey, Pam. Happy Saturday. What's going on with you? What are you up to? Oh, Kiki, you didn't think I knew who you were? I know who you are. Yes, yeah, I just want to encourage somebody today because I think it's so important for us to realize our power, realize your worth. Even if somebody does not see your power and your worth, do not diminish it, do not lessen it, do not diminish it, do not stop doing what you're doing because other people are not supporting you. They don't see it. They don't see sometimes when people can't understand something, they don't understand what you're doing, they don't understand your vision, they don't understand what you're going through, they don't know your backstory, they don't know your trials, they don't know you. So it's hard for them to support, it's hard for other people to understand you. But I want you to I just don't want anybody to stop being themselves. I don't want anybody to slow down their light, slow down what they're doing, slow down who they are. Don't stop being you because you're not where you want to be. Okay? Don't stop doing and being who you are just because another individual is not giving you what you need. See, at a certain period of time, everything is going to align. You just keep being yourself. You just keep walking in your light. You just keep holding your head up. You just keep trying and working on yourself, fixing things. And eventually, everything is going to line up. You're going to find your people. You're going to find your circle. You're going to find love. You're going to find that true ride or die friend. You're going to find things, and things will just keep working out for you. But don't slow down. Don't slow down because other people can't see. And I know that's what was happening for me. Was starting to get discouraged because I'm always giving out love and telling people I love you and I'm there for you and I support you and I'm here for you. And I bend over backwards for friends and loved ones. But when you don't get it back, when you don't get back that same love, when you don't get back that same support, just know you're going to find the right people. And we have to learn to know our worth and our value, to stop pouring love into people like it's like a hole in their heart. No matter how much love you pour into them, it just comes right back out. It doesn't stay in because they don't love you back, because they don't support you back, because they don't care about you enough. See, people, they may love you, but it may not be on the level that you need for where you're going. I hope this is making sense and is hitting and touching the right person and who it needs to touch. Just because a person tells you they love you, it doesn't make them the right person in your life for that moment. Do you feel me? Just because a person says they love you, it does not mean that they do. See, love is an action word. It's about what are they willing to do for you. It's two-sided. It should not be you always pouring and pouring and pouring out until you're completely exhausted, until you're completely empty, and you're never getting refueled. See, that's when your power gets low. That's when your power gets diminished. You can't continuously give, support, love, and put things out in the atmosphere for other people, and you don't get the same thing. See, I want you to pay attention, motivators. Pay attention to the actions of other people. Pay attention to not what they say. What do they do? What are their actions proving? Are they listening to you? What have they done for you lately? You know, it's not always that you have to always ask them what you need. See, a real friend, a real loved one is going to find a way because they know you. They know what you need. See, it is important to say what you need, but it is also important for other people to take the initiative. How many people out there need this message right now? Let people take the initiative in loving you. Make them take the initiative. Yes, say what you want, speak what you want, but also let people pull the weight. Make people prove to you that they love you, not just the words. Words are easy to say, okay? Words are easy to say. It's easy for somebody to say, I love you. I care about you. And what about that old adage? Anytime you need me, just call me. But are they calling you? But are they checking in on you? Are they trying to understand you? Are they trying to give you what you need at that moment? See, we have to understand that everybody, it shifts. What you may need a year ago is not what you need today because we're constantly, or we should be constantly maturing and growing, getting enlightened and growing in wisdom and love for ourselves and healing and forgiving and trying new things and becoming bolder and more courageous and walking with our head up, knowing our power, using our gifts, and getting stronger. See, and when you get stronger, sometimes, unfortunately, you have to cut the strings, the umbilical cords that attaches you to other people. See, sometimes we have to detach ourselves from other people because they're taking your energy. They're using up all your emotional. You ever been around some people and they make you absolutely crazy? They make you absolutely crazy. They make your brain hurt. They drain you emotionally, mentally, physically, financially. They take from you, but you're never receiving. You're never receiving. And I just had to say to myself, Marlene, you have to stop giving to people who never give to you. We have to learn it's okay to get. I deserve to get. And I want you to understand that too. It's okay to get. It's okay to get. It's okay to receive. It's not selfish. See how when I was growing up, I was always taught to do for other people and to be kind and that's what God wants us to do and to do and be there for other people. Yes, he does. He doesn't want us to be selfish, but on the other hand, iron sharpens iron. If I'm always striking the iron for you, but you're never striking back for me so that I can get my energy and my power and my light and my flame going, of what is it worth? Is it worth my time? Is this even a friendship? And we have to think sometimes and question, is that really my friend? Does my family really love me? Are they really concerned, or are they using me? See, I want us to pay attention, and don't just go by the actions of other people and what they say, because people are very good pretenders out there, especially out here on YouTube. It's some really big pretenders. Okay, some big pretenders. They just want to get close to you to find out your business and then get on here, tell everybody your business, stab you in the back, use your information, take your content. It's just, uh, it's, uh. I'm over those type of relationships. I'm over people who only want to get. They only want to get from you. They only want to take. They only want to pull from you. It's always, I need, and it's never asking, what do you need? See, you got to pay attention to that and sit and be still and listen to that little voice when it tells you it's time for you to get. And I had to say to myself, Marlene, it's time for you to get. Who needs to say that to themselves? It's time for me to get. It's time for me to receive. It's time for me to get loved on. Okay? That's normal. That's healthy. That's a healing. It's healing for your soul to be able to get back and receive. And I just I just want that to hit and resonate, and whoever needs it, put it into practice. Don't let people use you. Don't let people manipulate you. Don't let people keep treating you wrong. Don't allow it in your life. You deserve way better than that. Know your worth. Know your value. You are somebody. Even if they can't see who you are, if they're not adding to your life, you need to subtract them. Subtract these people. There's a lot of people out there that are wolves in sheep's clothing. Woo! That's a whole word. There's a lot of people out there, wolves in sheep clothing. And the only way that you're going to know is by paying attention, by looking, by seeing, listening, seeing the action. How do they treat other people? So I just want you to not get your heart involved. We get our heart involved and we say too quickly out of our mouths that we love people. And that's my friend. No, a friend is action. That's an action word. A friend loves you. A person who's in a romantic relationship, they're always seeking, what can I do for you? What can I help you with? How can I uplift you? If you're not receiving, if you're not receiving empowerment, if you're not feeling stronger, if you're not feeling loved on, if you're not feeling understood, it's time to reevaluate. It's time to reevaluate. Is this really, is this really love? Pay attention, my brothers and sisters. Not everything that looks like love. What my mom used to say, it may look like a duck, quack like a duck. That don't mean it's a duck. People are really good impersonators, and people can put on that label and say, I'm your friend. I'm your loved one. I'm in a romantic relationship with you. I'm your family. That doesn't mean that equates to love. That doesn't mean it equates that you're giving what you getting what you need, getting what you deserve. Okay? And when you're not getting the fulfillment that you deserve, sometimes that means you got to step back. Start stepping back from people, backing away. Back away. You don't have to answer those phone calls. You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to tell people your business. You don't have to get involved in the foolishness and the goings on of other people who drain you, like drain you until you're empty. See, and that's what we have to understand. People are going to keep taking until you put a stop to it. See, you got to put a stop to it and say no more. I'm not taking anymore. Okay. I've had enough. You're not going to use me anymore. You're not going to talk to me like that. You're going to respect me. You're going to respect my time. You're going to respect my body. Okay. Whoever needed that, let them. I hope you had it. Oh, thank you so much, TCB ASMR. I appreciate you. And have a great rest of your day. Now, let me see what I missed in the chat while I was talking. Who did I miss coming in? Simply Sarah said, I feel you on this. Yes. Understandable. Yes. Keep on keeping on. Yeah. You got to put your head up. Can't let people keep draining you and using you. Hey, Lynn's Life Lessons, welcome. Happy Saturday. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Excuses. Yes, I need to stop. I listen, you're not the only one, TCBSMR. We all make excuses, but at a certain period of time, we have to say, I deserve more than my excuses. See, when you finally step into your worth, see, an excuse is not enough anymore. You have to be seeking, and you have to see your why has to be big enough. And that's what I had to learn about myself. My why, my love for myself is bigger than whatever my fear was. So let's talk about that for a minute. See, we let fear sometimes hold us back from us getting to the next level, from leveling up, from getting something that we know that we can get and we can do, but we're fearful. I don't know. Nobody has ever done this around me, or my family won't like that, or my family won't support me, or they don't understand, or it's not a good time, or I don't know, and we question ourselves. But when something is meant to be for you, you have to firmly convince yourself. I know I have to in my mind. See, once you make up your mind, and you make up your mind strongly, this is what I want, this is what I believe in, this is me being called for my purpose, this is me using my talents. And when those four things align, now it's up to you. Then you go into, now what am I going to do about it? What are you going to do about all of that? See, that your why has to be big enough for you to be able to step from fear into faith. See, we have to have enough faith in ourselves. We have to have faith that we know our calling. We know who we are. I know my backstory. I know where I have been, but then I have to also speak over my life, but I know where I'm going. I want you to say that too, but I know where I'm going. And when you know where you're going, you're able to let that fear say, yes, I'm afraid, but I'm going to keep trying anyways, but I'm still going to keep going, but I'm going to keep using my talents, and I'm going to talk to the right people, and I'm going to step out, and I'm going to seek opportunities, and I'm not going to allow things to slip past me because I'm afraid. See, fear will never go away. It's normal. It's human. Having a little bit of fear is good for us. It can encourage us, but don't let that fear overwhelm you and overtake you from stopping doing what you know that you need to do and be for yourself. Okay? Yes, love is an action word, definitely. I'm so glad to hear that, Lynn. I'm glad that this is what you needed to hear. Yes, speak on it. Yes, yes, yes. Hi, Lisa B. Welcome in. Yeah, I just wanted to encourage you guys because I was just going through so much. Oh, I was just going through so much. And I just said, I know if I'm going through so much during this time of the year, I know my motivators family was too. So I said, I just got to overcome this and just come on here and have a real talk, check in and chit chat. And I feel like sometimes when I talk spontaneously and not have a topic, I feel like I feel like the spirit takes over, and I'm able to say what needs to be said to somebody because somebody needs to hear this message. So I hope it reached the right person. Yeah. I hope it reached the right person. I hope you get something out of what I have been talking about today. Yeah. I understand, Lynn. I understand, and I hope that you get exactly what you need. Everybody who is in this chat, or anybody who's watching on the replay, whatever it is that you need, I hope you take it in, take time to think about it, meditate on it, and then get into the action. Now, what am I going to do to step forward, to move into the action, to get away from people who are negatively impacting me, people who are draining me? You can do it. You can do it. And if you only have one person in your side, if you guys ever need some encouragement, reach out to me on my email. I'm always here to encourage you. I'm not trying to know your business. Just say, Marlene, I need some encouragement. See, when somebody says that to me, that encourages me too, because it lets me know not the only one who needs encouragement. And sometimes when you motivate, when you're an empath and you are giving to other people, it's nice to know that my words hit an individual and cause you to change. So I hope a change takes place in your life. I hope a blessing comes over you until you get an abundance, until you have no more wants. See, I speak that over my life. I speak it over your life. But abundance only happens in the action. See, you got to make some sacrifices, and you got to make some changes in your life, and you got to try some new things before something big can happen and take place in your life. See, some good and big things are going to happen to you and for you, but you got to believe that. You got to want that. You got to evaluate who you're around, and are they taking you down, or are they lifting you up and taking you higher? See, it's all up to us. It's up to me. It's up to you whether you're going to settle or you're going to elevate. Settle or elevate. Up to you. It's a personal choice. I can't make that choice for you, and you can't make the choice for me. But at a certain period of time, I have to say, I've had enough. Mm-hmm. And that's where I was when I was off here for a few days. I was battling with that decision. Sometimes it's not easy to pull away from people, especially if it's people that you really love. But you know, when something is meant to be for you, it will be. If somebody is really your friend, it will never die down. It will never go away. And somebody really cares about you, they'll make changes. They'll try to understand. They'll value your opinion. They'll love on you. They'll support you. They'll elevate you, and they'll want you to do better and be better. See, that those are the right people. And I hope that you have those people drawn to you. I hope you step out on faith. I hope you try something new. I hope you step out on faith and not be fearful, because you deserve better. And I'm saying that because I'm speaking it to myself. I deserve better. And you do too. I want better for you. I want better for me. See, motivators, even when you have your trials, even when you have the fears, even when you have been through something in your life, does not mean you won't ever get through it. Sometimes we have a lot of bumps in the road, got a lot of bumps, but it doesn't mean that you're not going to get through it. So you got to first convince yourself, this too shall pass. I'm going to get through it. I'm going to elevate. I'm going to do better. I'm going to be better because I'm willing to make the changes. And I think that's where it starts. You have to be willing to make the changes. And sometimes those changes are uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable sometimes to realize that people don't love you and support you the way that you deserve. But you got to realize that so that you can elevate and feel good and get stronger and not feel drained and weak and used, and people talking about you and stabbing you in the back. Yeah, no, you don't deserve that. You deserve way better than that. So I just wanted to encourage you guys today. And I thank everybody so much, all my old subscribers, all my new subscribers, all my members of my channel. The Love Channel Members Show will be coming out on the 15th, which is in 3 days. I think that's Monday or Tuesday. I don't know. Monday or Tuesday, whatever day the 15th is. So if you want to be in the Love Channel Members Show, join the membership. I would love to have more members. I'm going to do a members live stream asking you guys to join the membership sometime next week. I appreciate all of you, whether you're a subscriber, whether you're a member, whether you're a supporter, you're a content creator, or you're a supporter. Thank you guys so much. And I just want to encourage you, and I'm going to leave you off with this song that was written by Boss Life Online. And the song is I Made It. Remember, make a choice for yourself. Love yourself enough. Know that you are worthy. Know that you are strong enough. Know that you are capable. Know that you are worth it. You are worthy, able, and capable. And if somebody else can't see your worth, your value, your love, and your light, they don't deserve you. I'm Marlene. I'm the content creator for Marlene Motivates, where I do inspiration, positivity, motivation. I thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being the best part of my channel. My channel will be nothing without those who watch me. So I appreciate you guys, and know that you made it. I made it and you made it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.
Forgive me, I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? I forgive me, I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? Ooh,
Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself.